Kuna nani leo? Ni kesho. Microphone check. Have you taken photos of that? They can be doing the same thing. No, I don't mean to give it.
It's okay. See, when you're having a bad day, it's easy to tell. Very good evening, dear viewers, once again, and please accept my apologies for the lack of commentary for some time. Just struggling somewhat with lots of loud music that is being played at the arena. Just trying to protect the streams, and even more importantly, protecting the streaming platforms. One thing I can tell you is that in this game, when you are having a bad day, it is very easy to tell. Diehard, though he is Africa's diehard, he's not having a good day in the office whatsoever, and yet he's playing someone who is so prepared and a little bit more composed. And Ishmael is taking a player that has a better record than him in many matches like this. Ibrahim SEJJEMBA has established a 13 frames to 4 lead against Ishmael MTHETHWA. Ladies and gentlemen, this looks like Ibra set to win this match, and it could take a little bit too little time than expected. I called it for a match that will be taking a minimum of 3.5 hours to 4 hours, but it could take less than 3. And for those that are watching on the Facebook stream, I can no longer commentate there anymore because my audio gadget does not filter background noise for the Facebook stream. For the YouTube stream, we seem to be a little more fortunate. Amidst the internet glitch, dear viewers, Ibrahim SEJJEMBA leads by 13 frames to 4. This one could be quite decisive. He's not only playing better in this match, Ibra is a little too luckier in comparison to his opponent. On another day, that cue ball could easily have gone in, and yet Ishmael doesn't recover whatsoever. Everything Ibra is doing is turning out useful. Everything Ishmael is doing is for himself turning out damaging. The stream is quite beautiful. Please forgive the little hindrances in the audio, as well as sometimes when there is a glitch in the video. That is why sometimes I go a little silent, simply to sort out when those things come into play. In fact, the first stream that was happening on Facebook, I had to delete it because it had a lot of copyrighted music, and Facebook can be a little bit too unkind compared to YouTube. It is now Ibra on a free shot, deciding to play red off the cushion and into the black. Now all of them 4 reds of Ibra are in perfect space, with him now going for a clearance that could be a 14th out of 18. I even don't remember a money match where he came to lead with a gap this big. I only remember yesterday's money match when he trailed with a gap this big, because by the end of the day he lost, and lost by a margin of 10 frames. South Africa's Ishmael is being so far outplayed by the Ugandan, who will need to put both reds to the same corner pocket. And the pot, the power balance in manipulation of the cue ball, movement of the cue ball, resultantly everything he is doing is just utterly perfect. Closer to the 2,000 US dollars, Ibra stretches further away. After 18 frames played, it is Ibra 14 and Ishmael 4. The dry bricks have haunted Ishmael, and force errors have haunted Ishmael. Ibra's fortunes have haunted Ishmael's, but most importantly, Ibra's brilliances have haunted Ishmael. As we welcome back Channel Pool Club viewers, thank you for the patience when our audio production was a little bit lacking. Now I believe that audio is clear on both platforms, besides the Facebook stream that shall be lacking audio, most especially in the commentary side up to the end. By 14 frames to 4, Ibrahim SEJJEMBA leads against South Africa's Ishmael MTHETHWA in a match that has a distantly better player for the duration that it has gone on, at least so far. And I could very easily attribute the difference in performance, most especially for Ibra today, to the better preparedness. He was at the venue 3 hours before the start of action today. He got an hour of practicing the table yesterday. He said he didn't get a chance to feel the table, and by the time he got used to the table, he said he was already trading by a number of frames. Today he seems to have done his homework. Today he seems to be the guy that will be losing, and not vice versa. Ishmael, if he is to fight for this, he must start now. Now aiming for the red to the corner pocket. We'll want it's perhaps yellow, I beg your pardon, in one of the frames that he's playing in, relatively better than most of the others. He will want this to be a fifth for himself. Ishmael now putting yellow, moving the cue ball towards the bottom end of the table off the left cushion. That will do. We will be putting black to the corner pocket bottom left for what will be a fifth frame out of 19. Yes, he does. White is safe, black is sunk. Ishmael 5 and Ibra 14. And dear viewers, yes, it is true that the duration of the match so far, despite Ishmael having won the very first frame and the very last that they have played, he has so far been outthought, outplayed, and outcompeted by Ibrahim, who, I have to tell you, what you are seeing is him at his sublime best. It will have to be something for Ibrahim not to win this match, with him having a 9-frame lead, which perhaps was saying about 5 minutes ago. I want to think that Ishmael in his mind is perhaps contemplating a rematch, otherwise needing to win 16 while your opponent needs to win 7 out of 22 is something of an item. What can Ibra do here while he's been playing so well? Winning the race with his current piece of the table is something completely different. Now, prior to today, I'm trying to remind myself of the matches that Ibra played. Long races they were, many matches they were, with him being as dominant as he may have been, at least for the first 20 frames. I look back at the money match between him, Ibra, and Ishmael's fellow South African compatriots, Harry Houdini, at Queen's in Bulawayo, April last year. The one that was won by Ibra in a race to 16 by perhaps 16 frames to 8 or something. And there are some money matches in Ibra's home country, Uganda, where he had started his namesake Ibra Kayanja now 3 years ago with +5 in a race to 21, which ended 21 frames, I think, to 15. And the 15 included the +5 that I as well did stream on this. But also there is a match that was played late last year in Johannesburg in South Africa, the time that he beat Jerry at 4 ways. That was quite dominant from Ibra. But if he's to maintain this kind of lead and then take the victory at the end of the day, maybe this performance could surpass them all. But Ishmael will have something to say about that, starting with this very frame. With Ibra having failed to finish the frame, Ishmael has chance, call it half a chance, to put now 6 reds on the table, and the black one of the reds is positioned a little tricky, frozen against the cushion at the top end of the table. As he contemplates the clearance, Ishmael will be having that red in mind. Maybe put the red that is close to the side pocket on the right. The cue ball, if played with top spin, moves towards the top end, have left guidance of the cue ball, and maintain cue ball for the would-be bad red. And Ishmael does exactly so. He's getting closer to a 6th, with the demonstration that while he is down, Ishmael is not yet out. This one should be a 6th for himself. from a total of over 20 frames that would have been played after this one. Now needing to put two reds to the corresponding corner pockets, bottom right and bottom left. This one he will have perhaps to play with backspin, put both red and black to the same corner pocket, bottom left. Just like that. The rest is a formality. As he puts black, it is Ishmael 6 and Ibrahim 15. And after Ishmael pulling one back, he just comes to the table and scratches on the break. Now your story cannot be any worse than that. When you have a big gap with which you are training, you want to start motivating yourself by winning a number of successive frames for you to become a little bit more boosted in terms of morale, also to mount more pressure upon your opponent. It doesn't come worse than scratching right after potting black. This one will be big advantage Ibra for him to try and win a 16 for himself. Also happening at the venue, and meanwhile, dear viewers, is a 32-man competition that is being played between 30 Kenyans, as well as 2 Ugandans in participation. That is Yahya and Dog City. When this match ends, together with Jesse, we hope to be streaming the latter stages of that competition, perhaps in the semi-finals, maybe only the final, depending on when it ends, in relation to when this $2,000 money match ends. As Ibra now closes the table, playing the reds, going for a clearance to give him his 16th to re-establish a 10-point cushion over his opponent, something that seldom happens when the player is Ishmael. And for whatever reason, some of the most enticing money matches in the last 5, 6, 7 years, on it all started with the guy that is called Ishmael. In the other, it was 2015, 11 years ago, when he decided to make a tour of Uganda, playing about 9 money matches in the country, winning 7 and losing 2. Then proceeding here in Kenya, playing at Cricket Q in Westlands here in Nairobi, playing 2 money matches against Ugandans and beating both of them. That is Amos and Hazard. Of course, Sbug made, the other South African, made a tour of Uganda the following year. And then after some good years, there are other South Africans that have toured the country, including Aiden and Jerry. And the tour of Aiden in Uganda, the tour of Jerry in Uganda, all caused an internet break, with thousands flocking to their phones to watch the action as it unfolded in Kampala. The matches between Caesar and Aiden, Caesar and Jerry in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, in Johannesburg, in Durban, have all caused the break of the internet. Matches between Ibra and Aiden, Ibra and Jerry. Of course, now Ibra and Ishmael, as it was yesterday. Matches between Dog City and Ishmael, Dog City and Jerry. Matches between the South African national team and the Uganda national team. Every time those 2 countries are faced off, for some reason, fans think that it is the best of African pool. I'm not trying to insinuate something. I have a lot of respect for all of the countries. I still think, however, that South African players have a little bit more quality, both in numbers and total quality, most especially in the province of Western Cape. But here in the county of Machakos. Ibra seems to have enough sight of the red as he avoids contact with black to put the red to the corner pocket top left. He may have to roll the cue ball around the black. He may get himself snookered, and yes, he is snookered. For once he loses his pattern on another day, he should have realized that the snooker was always going to be the end result. He should have played instead with power. Aim for red with power. Play the cue ball in black with power. Hope that black settles somewhere where he'll be having sight of it. Even if he finds the black and doesn't pot, trouble wouldn't have escaped. He finds black, doesn't pot. I think it will still be advantage Ishmael in this one for Ibra. Perhaps hopping on the position of the cue ball, not favoring Ishmael to make a pot at least with any kind of ease, as a point of hope if Ibra is to try and find this frame and then win it. As for Ishmael, the chance has come this big. He may play one more snooker to dare Ibra to one more foul for Ibra to win one more frame and take his count of scores to 7. Ibra is snookered. His choice of trying to find the angle is off the cushion on the left for the cue ball to naturally move on the right into the black. It misses the black even at the second time of asking. It is a foul. As for Ishmael, it is a chance to win another frame, to win a 7th, to come closer to Ibra, to put Ibra under some kind of pressure. Most importantly, to boost Ishmael's confidence. Tryhards playing the backspin, potting yellow. The backspin perhaps wasn't necessary by any stretch of imagination given the position of yellow comparison to white. Now the backspin is necessary, moves leftwards. Could play either of the reds on the table. All he needs is to maintain a relatively easy pattern, playing a few backspins that are pretty much winning him frame number 22. The yellow at the side pocket to be potted first, then the yellow to the corner pocket top right. Stop effect on the cue ball will do because he wants to pot black to the corresponding corner pocket at the top left, and Ishmael is winning yet another. Most importantly, 2 frames in a row, he's winning for the second time in the match, and yes, he does. Ishmael MTHETHWA 7 and Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 15. The score at 7 is at 7 frames to 15, dear viewers, with Ishmael still trading. He must win frame after frame after frame after frame. I want to think that Ishmael, improving his performance is not just to win this match, whether or not he wins it, because yes, he can. Whether he will is a little too questionable, but also to maintain a relatively good rhythm in what he hopes. If he loses, he would ask Ibra to rematch right away. Plays and puts yellow, doesn't pot. A reminder to Ishmael that while he's started to improve his pattern, he still needs to avoid those unexpected misses. They are the reason as to why Ibra is having 15 frames, 1 out of 22. Another chance presents itself for Ibra. Call it half a chance because of the position of the reds, a little too tricky. He's playing one of them which is close to the yellow, simply to occupy the corner pocket with the red, which is what Ibra does. Yesterday, Ishmael was stronger both offensively and defensively. Today, it is a little bit of the same exact opposite. (15 frames to 7), the Ugandan on the hill. But this looks tricky for Ishmael. Last time around that he was conditioned to having a cue ball this thin, he ended up scratching. That was just before even 10 frames were played, the time when Ibra was winning frame after frame after frame. At least for the last 20 minutes, Ishmael has been shooting pool. And perhaps from the neutral perspective, you'll want Ishmael to improve his performance. The neutrals really want this match to stretch as far as it can. Because for the bank, it was always going to be very difficult. The music in the background is a little too loud. Sometimes it does cause an issue to the stream itself. In a match that is being streamed live from Jamlock in Machakos, right near Nairobi, by Roby's Fuel Station, is a very beautiful sports bar with about 7 beautiful United King pool tables, all of them dedicated to pool today, all of them for competition, and the one being rested, the one that is closest to the center table, simply to ensure that these guys play without any disturbance. Otherwise, there is a 32-man competition that is happening in the arena. 30 Kenyans registering alongside 2 Ugandans, that is Yahya and Dog City. When this live action ends, there is hope that I will be streaming the latter stages of that tournament. As frame number 23 is ongoing, perhaps the one that is taking the hugest amount of time of those that I'm remembering in the duration of the match so far. Ibra's little but net shots may continue to bail him out. The red closest to the cue ball, I'm not so certain it can pass to the corner pocket top left. If it can pass, then Ibra has every right to believe that he can make a clearance of this ongoing frame. From my streaming position, there is no clarity. It can pass, and perhaps he realizes it can pass. That is why he's playing instead the most distant red from the position of the cue ball, and he seems to be potting it. Cue ball left frozen against the cushion. It is tricky here of someone not so certain, but is now applauding Ibra, saying that, bro, you have really played the game, at least for that frame, for that shot, sorry. This one is a tricky ball. Ibrahim needs a lot of perfection. And yes, he does not pot. In the end of the day, as close as it was in the previous moment to Ibra winning a frame, it is now even closer to Ishmael winning the second frame. For the reason I like saying most of the time that for these top guys, for any frame, the victory between winning and losing the same frame can mean to be very meager. This one is on the verge of being won by Ishmael, which will be the very first time in the match that the South African is winning 3 frames in a row. Potting yellow and maintaining cue ball for black to the corresponding corner pocket, perhaps the same corner pocket. It is Ishmael winning frame number 23 by aiming for the black, hitting it, and now potting it and bettering his score. Ladies and gentlemen, 23 frames, Ishmael MTHETHWA 8, Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 15. Time out, Ibra, 3 minutes.
Heavily copyrighted. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ibra. Sure. You're still with the tomorrow, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I'll send tomorrow's invitation. What do we have been today before you go to sleep? Before you go to sleep, we can raise every day. Yeah, but your game is too boring. Yeah, yes. You play that card. Yeah, the thing is, I can't handle your speed. I can't play. But you see, you just hit the ball. Don't mind whether the header is or not. Even the friends that I do, sometimes I overcalculate them. But see, in real terms, we are so, which means you are left and my left is the same. If you got 5 friends, I was lucky, and I got 5. I was lucky. Your boy is really nice friend. Yeah, I will be there. Yeah, I said yesterday he was not used to I don't know. Yes, he's got white ball in hand. By mistake, eh? Yeah, but it jumped the line by mistake. That's great advantage. I wasn't watching. What was the issue? He's got white ball in hand. So he's got the white ball in hand. He's trying to roll it, but while he's trying to roll it, jumped the line. I didn't try to roll. I was just okay. You check if it didn't jump, it jumped. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for the white ball, I you understand what I'm saying, Joseph? What it does, put it back, what it does, it slips out of his head, jumps the line. What will jump the line? That's it. Yes. It is wonderful, you tell me. Yes. You see? And then you put it back.
See where the line is, you see?
Let's start from Kelvin. Let's start from here. It's your wife. You beat the wife. Can't place it here while you are thinking. Still has the right. There's nothing. There's no foul. Fish it. Now, if I have cue ball in hand and I'm contemplating on where to place it, you can I have cue ball in hand. I'm not sure where to put it. Okay. So I come with the cue ball and place it on the table right here at the head rail here. I put it there while I'm contemplating. That's a foul. Is that a foul? It's a foul, of course. It's a foul. How can you put the white ball this side of the line? It's a foul. It's not a foul. Where you play? Okay. You take the black ball. Even you learn. Fouling is playing out of position. Where it is easy to get that was still the ball because it's very the hand. This is there shouldn't be a foul. There's no foul. There is no foul. And if you want to make that goal like that, it's a way to see. You cannot play once they get us and I don't think there's a foul. Yes, that's when there's no foul. When you play, give me the phone and check for clarification. You can wait
So guys, we're having a little bit of an issue here. Ishmael claims that Ibra fouled by something like the keyboard sliding out of his hand and then moving out of the ball line. Of course, the game sometimes can have tempers going a little bit high. Ishmael is so far being advised that with the player on table having the keyboard in hand, there is no foul rolling on record, but we need to show him written evidence as well of the rules.
You know, Mr. Kelvin, you know that he knows it's a foul. Look at his reaction when the white ball jumps the line, what it does. What it does when the white ball jumps the line, he put it quickly back. You understand? Look at the reaction when he touches the white. White ball in hand. Check white ball in hand. Wait, you cannot pick up the white ball anyway. That's not
the rule is blind about that, but there's something we cannot hear. Okay. Before the shot is taken, they're saying the cue ball has to be inside the ball.
Yes.
Before the shot is taken.
Yes.
Before the shot is taken. That is the only thing we can say. So
Everyone knows. I know it was for you. Because white ball in hand, Jesse. This is the international.
Because what I'm thinking is issue. Huh? If, for example, let me say this. Huh? If, for example, Ibrahim was playing good forward. He places the keyboard here. Yeah? And then ball attempting with the keys into the hand. And then moves the keyboard any distance after the line. That is what is happening. But when he's placing the keyboard, I'm thinking, if you get with the keyboard and place it here while you're thinking, it's not a foul. Because you have not taken a shot.
Unless the international rule, apart from the black ball, it's less that. But
No, you know, after
the black ball,
a foul,
yeah, no, I understand. I understand this issue.
you see, after a foul, play continues when the player takes the first shot. So when he's moving the cue ball, the play has not started.
Yeah.
So that
You
cannot
see,
be
this is a break. Please check when you got a free shot and white ball in hand.
I search.
If you place it after the ball, check if you place it.
Look at that. That's the rule. Placing cue balls
Yes.
Let me do this.
Let's go to the Yes. No, okay. It must be anywhere within the mark area.
Yes.
Okay. Which is the audience by the mark line.
You wait. You come here. Let me show you. You see, I just want to, because I've said something related to what you are looking for. Yeah? Yes, I can do it.
Touching it with the once you have started your stance and resolved
It's right. Because the next looking at the courage, you didn't get this ball. What happened? It's my turn. What happened? The guy had placed the cube. But accidentally,
It jumped the line, even he knows it jumped. Accidental.
So take a look at that. When you look at the other,
I'm saying, I know it's a mistake, right? But he knows that. But what we have, we cannot get the white ball anyway. Yes. They'll tell you, people take the white, even if they place it. When I forget that, I mean, the goal Okay. So you want to tell me, you guys, that if I have a foul, I can.
It is not accidental.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please. Oh, now they are playing.
Are you watching? Is it too late? You sent the rule. Ibrahim, wait. Where's the rule? Wait. It is better to be accurate than fast. We are left to be accurate. It's in the room, but I can't see. You call it the same. Maybe it's
in double rules, when the player has the ball in hand, typically following the ball by the goal must be placed in the goal area. The center of the goal must be running the ball in hand to the rest of the celebrations. But
hold on. Hey. Listen. Can you read this one? Even he knows. So it qualifies for a foul. So what we shall do, we shall try to respond the balls as close as possible to where they are. Then you're going to play 2 shots. Is this before the shot was played? Before the shot was played. Before the shot, this is before the shot. Just replacing it. You get a yellow. I will position this. And switch that one. Get me your before you if you are placing the keyboard, pass the line. Position the balls. I think I have a solution. We are
You see, for me, even in football, I don't have a problem if VAR takes 10 minutes, but finally it's the right decision. I don't want Ishmael, in case he loses, to lose because of that. Also, if in case Ibrahim wins, to win because of an unfair. All right, guys, now I want to advise on the position of the organization. Of course, there had to be consultation of the rules, and some of us had to be consulted, not because we are organizers, but because of our history with officiation of pool. Now, when a player fouls, the incoming player has a free shot and another visit. And then the incoming player can either play the cue ball in its original position, or they can decide to place the cue ball anywhere in bulk, not exceeding the bulk line. Now, after excessive consultation and looking at the rules, we can confirm that the cue ball is never and then fell out of bulk. Ishmael made a foul and was successful. By the time evidence of the interpretation of the rules was gotten, Ibrahim had already played his free shot. What was done, because there is video evidence of the frame, the balls were re-spotted to a position they were before Ibrahim made his shot, and Ishmael had his free shot courtesy of a foul by Ibrahim. The resulting situation is perhaps Ishmael seemingly winning the frame, which could be a 10th in this race to 21 for $2,000. Now Ishmael on to the yellow, trying to put to the side pocket on the left, and will be playing black to the corner pocket bottom left. For what, by some stroke of luck, will be Ishmael's frame, and he wins it. The score is 10 for Ishmael and 17 for Ibrahim.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Super power, you are good to go. Come on, man. You can do it. Come on, that was the song. That was it. That was the song. That was it.
Something about
But then for him, he saw as if it was present. So for me, just completely
Let's go.
Without letters, that enjoy this.
Come on, man, you can do it. Come on. Come on, iko sawa. Sawa, come on. Come on, that's the song. Come on, man. Come on, let it be. Come on, man. Come on, man, come on, let's go. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get in.
Dominating the comment.
Offside. The keeper missed the ball. He hit another player later and set up blockade. It was not in the intention of Martinelli. Winger was hit by the ball by Ansar.
That's a moment to relax. They are defending well. They are not getting at all at the front line. The wingers higher throw would have been very good. Someone came, I think, and said, I was tonight. No, just they already won
The first leg was that close that I was a penalty.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
A very good evening, dear viewers. Sorry for about half of the duration of the match for the fact that there has no been commentary because of some other stuff that has to be done to ensure that these matches happen in the first place. But yes, it doesn't mean that there should be no commentary. Understanding the situation at hand is very easy but very difficult for Ishmael to put into practice. In perspective, the South African must win 8 frames in a row, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or else lose the money that he won by defeating Ibrahim SEJJEMBA yesterday. I also took some time to speak to his boss, and that is Simba, about the option, because I know Die Hard. I was speaking to him about the option of Die Hard rematching. Simba was in his opinion was that rematching could happen perhaps tomorrow, but then said if Ishmael will want, then he will have no problem with allowing the rematch to happen. So you will never know. The two players will have to tell us what they will want after the final ball is put in the match, and I'm saying this with an assumption that this race is going to be won by the Ugandan Ibrahim SEJJEMBA. For him, his redemption time. He's in body size one of the smallest players on the African continent, but in terms of ability and results on the continent, one of the very biggest. This opportunity being granted to him by Ishmael gives him chance to reclaim $2,000 that he lost yesterday after losing to the same player, and by 10-1 frames to 11. He's contemplating a clearance of now 4 yellows on the table. Perhaps 5 they are. Black so close to the cushion, but pretty much bottom. He's taking all the time, wearing a very confident face of a guy that wants to win this and redeem his tour of Kenya, which he did have 3 days ago with business in mind, with making money in mind. This is professional gambling, ladies and gentlemen. Not official matches they are, but in terms of gambling, they are official races. With Ishmael perhaps continuing a relatively bad record of results against players from Uganda, save for his 2015 tour of the country, which saw him play 9 races, with 7 and then losing 2 of them. Since then, Ugandans have been giving him a bloody nose. Rashid Wagaba 4 times, Ibrahim SEJJEMBA twice. He won against Joseph Kasozi, but lost against Ishmael, against Ian Kazibe, sorry. This one seems to be another that could be ending in defeat for Ish. The Die Hard, whom I await to see whether or not he will want to rematch with Ibra straight away. Most likely he will want to. Maybe it will even depend on whether Ibra will want to play again tonight. And that is once again with assumption from myself that Ibra is finishing his frame, which is current piece of the table. Which win of the frame will be a win of the match? Which win of the match will be a reclamation of $2,000 with now 3 yellows on the table, and has sight of all of them. It's about which pattern he will be deciding to partake to determine whether or not he'll be winning the frame now, to win the match now, or perhaps delay his celebrations. He's deciding to play the right toward yellow first, have the cue ball bounce off the right cushion. He moves the cue ball perhaps enough, maybe to put the yellow, which is now closer to the cue ball, to the corner pocket, bottom right. In this case, the cue ball has to be played with power, has to guide it, not to put it maybe into the black, avoids the black, avoids the side pocket as well. The next shot is now going to be the most important of them all that he has played in a few hundreds in the match. We'll want to put the last yellow on the table to the corner pocket at the bottom right, play the cue ball off the bottom cushion with left spin on it, it moves leftwards. Just like that, the little magician is more certain than ever before, paying perfect revenge, reclaiming $2,000 and continuing a relatively good streak of performances between Ugandans and Ishmael in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, Ibrahim SEJJEMBA is a victor relatively decisively by 13 frames to 21. I will be speaking to Ishmael. I have to speak to the Ishmael because he's the diet. You may have to. You have spoken to Ibrahim. Are you willing to rematch today?
Of course. What are we here? We're here to play.
Yes, is Ibrahim willing? Because the two
He says tomorrow, so maybe we can bring Dog City. Dog City wants to play.
We'll be going to talk to the players to see what can be worked out today.
Okay, sawa.
You heard from the horse's mouth. That will be it for the match. Ibrahim wins by 21 points. 13.